friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I am participating with my original collaboration group again, and I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is the famous Oliver, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know we appreciate you all. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I'm going to use this napkin that I received when I did a napkin exchange. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color white, this folk art home decor chalk paint in the color nautical. These are 2-inch letters that I received in a package of letters from Hobby Lobby, and then this 14-inch wood round that comes from Hobby Lobby as well. So I'm going to start off by painting that wood round with my white chalk paint. I paint the front and the back. Then once it was all dry, I took my napkin and I laid it to where the ends of the napkin met the end of the wood round. And I made little marks there so I knew where to put my Mod Podge. And then I'm taking my Mod Podge here and I'm just going to brush all along that area. And then I'm going to do the bottom of the wood round and the top portion of the wood round. And then once I have that all done and I set it aside to dry, and then I painted my letters with that nautical color chalk paint. After that, I took the 2 extra layers that are behind this napkin. I removed them. Then I'm going to lay them out, just marking, putting them by the marks, making sure that the ends of that napkin met the end of my wood round. And I'm going to use regular parchment paper that you use for your kitchen and my heat press, and I'm just going over the napkin to reactivate that Mod Podge. After that, I'm going to trim off that excess napkin. And once I get that done, I'm going to use the bottom part of this napkin for the top part of my wood round. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing as I did before. And you guys, I love using this method with the parchment paper and the heat press. It always comes out so nice when I use this, and very, very, very seldom do I have any kind of wrinkling. You can even use an iron for this. As long as there's no steam with your iron, you can use an iron if you don't have a heat press. So here again, I'm doing the same thing I did on the bottom. And then after that, I trimmed off the excess. And then I'm using my Mod Podge to go over the napkin again, just to protect the napkin. So that way it doesn't get ripped or anything. But I actually did use my Mod Podge over the whole board because I wanted to have the same brush stroke look, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I'm taking my finger sander here and I'm just sanding off the excess part of the napkins that you see. And then once I was done with that, I made marks where to line my letters up to, but apparently I can't stay within the lines because when I put my first E down, excuse me, I put it down, I went past the lines. So I had to bring all the rest of the letters down just a little bit, but I think that's okay. It still makes it look like the first letter is bigger than the rest, and that's usually how we write. So after I had them all hot glued, I took this little butterfly. This comes in a package of wood pieces that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I painted it with my Apple Barrels pink blush, and then I just hot glued it to the board there. And then I'm using my embossing tool, and I am dipping it in white paint, and I'm just making polka dots all along my letters. And then I am taking some of this ribbon. I don't even know where I got this ribbon, but it kind of feels like denim, like a light denim. So I'm just making a bow with it, and I am just doing the awareness ribbon. I scrunch it up in the middle, take my jute twine here, tie a knot in it to keep it in place, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing with this plaid ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. I got this last year. I'm pretty sure I saw it again this year, but you know, if you recreate something like this, you can do anything, use whatever you have in your pile or your stash. Anyways, I'm just gonna connect those two together with that extra, or with that jute twine that I had around the first ribbon. So tie them together, and then I'm going to dovetail the ends and hot glue it to the front of my wood round. You guys, Oliver is laying in my arms at this moment like a baby so that I can rub his belly. Oh, he is so spoiled. Okay, there I am, hot gluing it. I did dovetail the ends, and then I decided I needed holes for hangers, and I should have done this before I put the bow on. So I took my crocodile, and I'm just making some holes here and creating some holes for a hanger. Then I took some of this ribbon, the plaid ribbon. I scrunched it as much as I could on the end so I could thread it through my tapestry needle. Then I worked and worked and worked and worked and worked to get it through that hole, and I finally got it to come all the way through. And then once it was through, I didn't want it that long, so I just pulled it all the way out, or pulled it down to the length that I wanted, and then I'm going to tie a knot on the end. And that piece of ribbon that I have there that I cut off is the last that I have of that ribbon. I always get so happy when I finish my ribbon because that means I'm going through my stash. Okay, there it is. I really love the way this came out. You have to let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. Okay, so today is the butterfly DIY. This challenge is hosted every month by my friend Krista with Krista's Crafty Life. This month's co-host is Sarah with Can Sarah DIY It, and then it has my original collaboration group all there. And make sure you check out their channels as well as the playlist. I'll have links to all of them in the description box below. So here's DIY number 2. So for this DIY, I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. I'm going to use my apple barrel in the color Key West, a DecoArt in the color Teal Mint, and then I have apple barrel in the colors of Velvet Crush and Royal Violet, and then I'm going to use my Amethyst by DecoArt, and I love that metallic amethyst. It's so pretty. I'm going to use this butterfly that I got from Dollar Tree last year, and then this Easter sign I got from Dollar Tree this year. Now I am starting off by using my heat gun to remove the Easter and the bunny, and I was trying to go really slow using that paint scraper, just trying to work really hard and slow at it because I didn't want it to break, but it did. It broke between the S and the T, but it's at a point where I can glue it together, so at least I can use it again. So once I was done, I painted the front and the back of that sign. Now I am going to use the back of the sign because the front did, when I pulled off some of those letters and the rabbit, it did pull up some of the wood. So after it was dry, I took that butterfly, I taped it down, and I am taking a pencil and tracing out all those little holes because I'm going to paint the sign so that when you put the butterfly down, you see the colors. So I'm going to start off, I'm painting all the outer edges of that butterfly with my velvet, what is it? Royal Violet. I'm glad I have them in front of me. And then I'm going to take my Teal Mint and I'm going to do some of the bigger inner holes, I guess, shapes with that Teal Mint. After the Teal Mint, I am going to use the Key West and I'm going to do some of the other inner holes there. And then I also use the Velvet Crush. Velvet Crush. Oh, I got to remember all these names. To paint some of the smaller pieces there. After that was all done, I took the Velvet Crush and that beautiful metallic amethyst paint, and I'm going to paint my butterfly. Now that metallic paint is very thin or light, or translucent is the word I'm looking for. So that's why I paint over another paint color to help bring it in. After that, I am taking my wood glue and I'm putting it on the back of that butterfly, and then I'm going to use hot glue on it as well. That butterfly was curved a little, so I wanted to make sure that I used the hot glue in the areas where it was kind of curved so that way it would stay down. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I also marked where to place this butterfly, so that way when I laid it down, it went right over the top of those colors. Look how pretty that is. After that, I took my ruler and a pencil, and I am just marking about a 1/2 inch from the edge a border, like you saw at the on the other side of the sign. It had that border line. So I wanted to kind of do the same thing. So I'm just going around the whole sign with my ruler there and pencil. Once it was all drawn in, I'm taking my paintbrush and my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, and I am just very carefully painting in that border. And I want to apologize if you hear banging or noises in the background. Oliver opened my door. He pushed open my door in my craft room when he came in here. So now you can hear everything that's going on out there. Okay, so then I took this ribbon. I got this ribbon from Michael's last year. I made a couple bows just like I made at the beginning of the video, or at the first project. And then I'm just taking this black gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree and making a finger bow. And sorry if you hear Oliver. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to take that finger bow and I'm going to hot glue it to the top of my bows, just like you see right there. After that, I took some more of that ribbon and I am just going to pull it through the holes for the hanger. And that's all there is for this one. I really love those colors. Oh, they're beautiful. Yep, let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, I want to take this moment to thank all my wonderful subscribers. You guys all mean the world to me. And if you enjoyed today's video and like home decor on a budget, hit that subscribe button before you go. Make sure you guys all give me that thumbs up and comment and watch those ads. And if you'd like to buy me a copy to help support my channel, you can find the link to that as well as the link to all my social media accounts in the description box below. Whew, that's a mouthful. Okay, here is a celebration of your recreations. And I got this from Lisa. She has been busy making my wood rounds. I love them, girl. They are beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing them. And then we have these really pretty little Easter decor pieces from Jane. I love them. I love your wood round. Wonderful job, Jane. Thank you so much. And then Mary, she sent this sweet rabbit picture that she made for her son and daughter-in-law. I love them. Thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Facebook Messenger or Instagram, and I'd be more than happy to showcase them there for you. Okay, so DIY number 3. You guys, this is my 3rd time doing this voiceover. Oh my goodness. I hope we can make it through. We're almost done. I'm going to use my Arteza paint markers. I'm going to use some tile Scrabbles and assorted butterflies that I got from Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree. And then that house is from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to start off by taking those butterflies and using my markers to color these in. Now, you can use any kind of markers you want, or you can even use paint. I would have probably painted these, but all my paintbrushes were pretty much used from that last project, and I didn't want to go wash them all out to use them again. So I decided to just use my markers, and actually it was probably faster and easier to use my markers. So I tried to stay within the colors of the last 2 projects. So I'm using a purple here, and then I'm going to use a pink, a magenta color. And then I'm just going to keep going with different colors for the different butterflies until they were all painted in. Once I was done with that, I took these Scrabble tiles and I'm going to hot glue these down the side of my house. Now, I started at the very top because I wanted to make sure that I had enough room for that bigger butterfly, but I don't know. I think it should have been more towards the middle of the house. But anyways, it is what it is, right? I can't go back and change it. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to show you my hot gluing all of them. In fact, I think I'm probably meant to cut part of that out and I never did. So I apologize. Like I said, I now know this video by heart because I have recorded this. I think this is my 4th time recording the voiceover for all kinds of different reasons. I haven't had my coffee is the number one reason. So I went through and I hot glued these butterflies down onto the house, just like you see. And I'm not going to show you myself hot gluing all of them, just the top 3. So I'm just going to continue placing them where I want them. And I'm going to hot glue them right down in place. And then after that, I'm going to make a bow. But I'm going to finish watching this last butterfly. Oh my goodness. I need my coffee, you guys. I'm ready for coffee. Okay. I'm going to make a bow with this ribbon. I got this ribbon from Dollar Tree last year. Just doing the same thing I always do, the awareness ribbon. Scrunch it up in the middle, take some twine, wrap it around, tie it to hold it in place. It is a little more tricky, or it is trickier with the smaller ribbon to tie that knot. Yeah, it is. But anyways, I do also cut the ends of the ribbon at an angle instead of doing a dovetail because it's a little too hard to do a dovetail. I'd probably cut my fingers. Then I'm just going to hot glue that to the top of the house. And there it is. That is the final project. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was fun making these butterflies. It was a little challenging for some reason. I guess I just was not in the mood for butterflies or something. I don't know. I love butterflies. But anyways, here's the final reveal. You have to let me know which one was your favorite today. Make sure you check out Krista and Sarah's channels. Make sure you check out all the ladies in this challenge. Check out the description box or the link for the playlist. And make sure you make sure you click on that red subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And make sure you give me that thumbs up. You guys, I need coffee. So with all that being said, you guys, I will be back on Wednesday with another video. Have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Where's my coffee?